Greetings everyone. We are about to review Alienware M18 or 2 Gaming Laptop 2024. Please note that this video is in no way a promotional video. It is based on available facts and websites and user opinions on social media. The Alienware M18 or 2 Gaming Laptop 2024 offers a wide range of customizable specifications, making it a great choice for those looking to tailor their gaming laptop to their exact needs. This versatility is a significant advantage. The Alienware M18 or 2 Gaming Laptop 2024 is quite heavy, weighing in at 9.32 pounds or 4.23 kilograms, while we haven't emphasized weight too much in our previous reviews. Especially for gaming and workstation laptops, it's important to consider this when making your purchase. Its substantial weight is something to keep in mind. We're not going to get into the design of this laptop, since it's all about personal preference. Design doesn't affect our score. But the laptop's body is made from a mix of aluminum and hard plastic. The Alienware M18 or 2 Gaming Laptop 2024 offers 2 distinct display options. 18-inch QHD plus 165 Hz. This option provides a stunning 2K plus resolution, delivering vibrant colors and sharp details. With features like Comfort View Plus, NVIDIA G-Sync, and 100% DCI-P3 color gamut, it's ideal for content creators and gamers who prioritize image quality. 18-inch FHD plus 480 Hz. While offering a slightly lower resolution, this option boasts an incredibly high refresh rate of 480 Hz. This makes it extremely responsive for fast-paced gaming, although there are currently limited games that can fully utilize this refresh rate. Other features like Comfort View Plus and NVIDIA G-Sync remain the same. Choosing between the two primarily depends on your preference for image quality versus refresh rate. While the 480 Hz display is significantly more expensive, it offers a level of smoothness that can be beneficial in certain gaming scenarios. Reflections. The display's reflection handling is good. Its matte anti-reflective coating works well against direct reflections like a lamp or open window during the day. For the most part, reflections aren't an issue when viewing bright color content with the screen at maximum brightness. However, they make dark color scenes much harder to see. Brightness. The Full HD Plus display gets reasonably bright, though it falls short of the advertised 300 candelas m superscript 2. This brightness level is fine for most indoor environments, but you'll likely have trouble seeing dark color content in bright ambient lighting. The display gets pretty dim at the lowest brightness setting, which helps reduce eye strain when viewing content in the dark. The QHD Plus display has the same advertised brightness. Contrast. The FHD Plus display's contrast ratio is decent and within the typical range of most IPS panels. However, it's still relatively low compared to other display technologies like VA and OLED. This contrast level makes blacks look gray in dim settings. The QHD Plus display has the same contrast ratio. Horizontal viewing angle. The display's horizontal viewing angle is subpar. The image dims and washes out quickly as you move to the side, so you need to be more or less directly in front of the screen to get the best accuracy. Vertical viewing angle. The display's vertical viewing angle is subpar. Like the horizontal viewing angle, the image dims and washes out when viewing from above and below, so you need to look at the screen more or less straight on to see an accurate image. This can be challenging in tight places where you don't have much room to tilt the screen, like on a bus or airplane. Out-of-the-box color accuracy. The display's accuracy is bad out of the box. Most colors look oversaturated because the default color profile targets a wider color space, and the white balance is also off as there's far too much red. The gamma doesn't follow the sRGB curve all that well. Most scenes look too bright, while dark scenes are a tad too dark. Color gamut. The FHD Plus display's color gamut is outstanding. It has full coverage of the commonly used sRGB color space. It also has full DCI-P3 coverage, making it suitable for viewing and producing HDR content. Its Adobe RGB coverage is outstanding, though it might still be too low for professional print photography, as it can't reproduce the highly saturated greens that define Adobe RGB. The QHD Plus display has the same advertised color gamut. CPU. All three CPUs are high-performance processors typically found in gaming laptops and mobile workstations. These CPUs are a refresh of Intel's 13th Gen CPUs and a separate line of processors from Intel's Meteor Lake family with no low-power E-cores or neural processing unit. 4 AI-based. They can handle general productivity tasks as well as more demanding workloads like video editing, gaming, and programming. The choice of the CPU depends on the GPU, as there are limitations regarding CPU and GPU pairing. You can only pair the Core i7-14650HX with an RTX 4060, the Core i7-14700HX with an RTX 4070, and the top-end Core i9-14900HX with an RTX 4080 or 4090. Since most games are GPU limited, it's best to choose the GPU first. GPU. All four available GPUs can handle demanding AAA games at 1080p and 1440p. However, if you plan on gaming at 1440p, getting an RTX 4080 or 4090 is best, as the RTX 4060 and 4070's 8GB VRAM is very limiting at the QHD resolution. You can even experience performance issues like stutters and graphical pop-ins with 8GB of VRAM at 1080p, depending on the game. This isn't to say that you should avoid the RTX 4060 and 4070, just know that you'll run into issues sooner as newer games become increasingly demanding. All four have the same features, meaning they all support DLSS 3, ray tracing, NVIDIA Reflex, and resizable bar. This laptop has a MUX switch, a feature that allows the GPU to send information directly to the display without going through the integrated GPU. This means you'll see better performance than laptops without this feature. The performance difference can be anywhere from 10% to 25% or more in some cases. Productivity performance on the Alienware M18 are 2. Intel's Core i9-14900HX along with the 32GB of RAM and 2TB of storage in the Alienware M18 are 2 we reviewed proved to be a potent mix for productivity. When an 18-inch laptop is taking over your desk, you're going to use it for some work eventually. We compared the Alienware to 2 other laptops with the same CPU and RTX 4090 GPUs, the MSI Titan 18HX and Asus ROG Strix Scar 18. The Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 8 is a smaller, 16-inch notebook that also houses a 4090, but with a last-gen Core i9-13980HX. On Geekbench 6, the Alienware achieved a single-core score of 2,868 and a multi-core score of 18,035. Its single-core score was in line with the Titan and Legion, but the Strix Scar was slightly higher. On multi-core, the Alienware took the crown at 18,035. On our 25GB file transfer test, the Alienware copied files at a rate of 2,304.52 MB per second, coming in just ahead of the Strix Scar. Both the Titan and Legion proved ever so lightly speedier. When we used the systems to transcode a 4K video to 1080p on Handbrake, the Alienware and Titan tied at 232. The Legion took 244, while the Scar took last place at 248. Gaming and overall performance. After reviewing the aggressively mid Dell G15, I went into this review knowing that big laptops don't equate to big performance. The M18A2 proved me wrong. It's a true powerhouse, delivering a smooth, stable gaming experience whether I was chasing down a kill in Fortnite or zooming through Night City at full speed in Cyberpunk 2077. I played Fortnite with epic settings and DLSS turned off without an issue. I averaged around 65 frames per second, which was more than enough to ensure a smooth experience. After setting DLSS to balanced mode, my FPS was closer to 100. If I had wanted to reach the full 165 frames per second the monitor is capable of, I could have turned down the settings. In Cyberpunk 2077, I averaged 99 frames per second on high settings with no DLSS and 178 FPS with DLSS. Ray tracing was turned off in both scenarios. Night City looked as grimy and neon-lit as ever on the massive 18-inch display. While the M18A2 impressed me with other graphically intensive titles like Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition 116 frames per second at full resolution, and 58 frames per second at extreme settings and full resolution, respectively, it absolutely crushed modern titles such as Hades 2, easily averaging 164 frames per second. The experience was buttery smooth, making it that much harder to go back to playing it on my Steam Deck OLED. We also took a few more tests, the results of which we have put here for you. Battery life on the Alienware M18A2. The Alienware M18A2 2024 ran for 3 hours and 17 minutes on our test, which browses websites, runs OpenGL tests, and streams video, all with the display set at 150 nits. While that's shorter than both the Asus ROG Strix Scar 18 and Lenovo Legion 9i Gen 8, which tied at 423, it's longer than the Alienware M18A2 2023. Thermals and noise and performance over time. The Dell Alienware M18A2 gets hot and loud under load. The fan noise isn't overly bothersome, though, as it's just the sound of heavy airflow, not a high-pitched whine. Switching to the overdrive mode doesn't increase fan noise, it makes the fan spin at full speed all the time, whereas the default profile ramps down the fan speed when the cooling isn't necessary.